Good morning, you guys. I had to get on early this morning because I got so much to do today. But how are you guys doing today? How is everybody doing today? Hey, Joy loves God. I'm gonna wait and start letting those that's gonna get on start getting the notifications. We got a lot to catch up on. We got quite a bit to talk about in a small window of time. So, hey, Monica J. Hey, Kimberly. We're gonna start letting others start getting the notifications. Hey Shan, hey Yam. How's everybody doing this morning? And we on early this morning. I hope y'all got some coffee. Y'all know I'm drinking some coffee. Hey Daryl Brown. I hope y'all drinking some coffee. I am. Hey Miss Diane. Okay, Shan says she's in the bushes working. Today might be a holiday for a whole lot of people. It's not a holiday for me though. I gotta work today. Yeah, I think today is a holiday for a whole lot of people. I gotta be on my Inspector Gadget stuff today. Hey Tyranny, hey Miss Sherry. Shout out to my moderators. You guys doing okay? We got a lot of stuff to catch up on, you guys. We got a lot of stuff to catch up on. I know, hey Eternity. I haven't really been on here. Yeah, my mama made some greens yesterday. Oh my God. I want some more so bad, but guess what? They ate them all up. Oh, they were so good. My mom makes the best greens. Oh my God. Um, hey, new to you. How is everybody doing? Did y'all have a happy Easter? Hey, TB21. Letitia Leo. I hope everybody had a happy Easter. That's time to spend time with your family, go to church, listen to the Easter speeches. I think I read my mother made sure I had an Easter speech all the way up until I was about 13 or 14 in church. I think I can remember one of my Easter speeches when I was like 7 years old. I think it was called This Little Rose." I think it was. Oh my God, my grandmother. Oh my God, my grandmother used to buy me the most beautiful dresses. Hey, Miss Aries. Hey, Sonia. I hope everybody is doing okay this morning. Make sure you guys hit the like button as you come into the room. I hope you got your coffee. Hey, Street Politics. It ain't no leftovers. All the greens gone. All of the greens gone. Um, doing well. It was awesome. How are you feeling? I'm feeling better. I am. I'm feeling better. You have to move along and um you have to find a way to cope. I think I was sad. I was thinking about my dad every moment. It really had me broke down. But it's good to have a memory to think about him. Um, and then I was looking at videos, because we did a TV show and a radio show together. So I was consistently looking at that, and it just had me real, real sad. So I was like, I just have to look at that in doses when I'm able to really look at it. Because my dad was very comical. He could make jokes. Um, and he would be sounding serious, but he was really funny. Hey, Real Dealy. Okay. I guess everybody that's going to get on is on. I wanted to talk about how many people did the funders try to recruit to take young Dolph out before they actually found um, the people that did it, right? And I wanted to just put a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of words and stuff in the title, but I couldn't. Um, but I think I put it down there in the body in the description. And are rappers being blackballed that don't want to be hitters? I think I have been, talking about this for a long time that these rappers, that these labels, especially because anybody can start a label, and it seems like they're just popping up everywhere. Um, are they blackballing these young artists? Um, if they don't want to, if there are specific people that they don't want to hit, um, and things of that nature. And so y'all know me, my creative juices got to flowing. Okay. And I was looking at a interview that y'all know I did a video on J90 on yesterday. And shout out to the young man. Somebody came into my chat and said, well, he had this pre at one time. Well, J90 said in his interview the other day with Wicked that he does not have a problem with pre, and we already know that that was manufactured, right? And I think one of the reasons that he was blackballed is because he didn't want to continue that, right? So I got to thinking. So I went and I looked at some video, and from what I could find, it looks like to me that Black Youngster may have signed, J90 about 2 years back. I mean, it could have been longer, but I got to looking at some of the video. The video that I found doesn't go back, don't go back past 2 years. Okay. So like I said, I had an epiphany. See, I told them leave me alone. Y'all know I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna show y'all what they did yesterday. And I had to send it up to the FBI, okay? I had an epiphany, okay? So J90 is 30 years old. J90 has a mind of his own. I was getting ready to say, he's 30 years old and he's wiser. I mean, wisdom comes with people who does not reject it. Because Cornelius is a little older than J90, and we saw he acted as a damn fool. Am I right? Y'all help me, somebody say amen. We preaching today, okay? And so Cornelius acted as a fool. He didn't use wisdom even with his age. And so I got to digging, and I went on back and I said it. I can't find any videos past 2 years. And I said, dog, young Dolph was killed in 2001. Okay. November 17th of 2001. And so, he quickly signed J90, and J90, he was dissing pre, but it was manufactured. We're not gonna hold that against him because it seems like the young man has evolved, and we know for a fact he wasn't no damn fool, right? And so then I got to thinking, I had an epiphany. I said, wow, he signed him about 2 years ago. The young man, he a street dude, okay? He put enough out there without telling it all, okay? Whereas you can have an epiphany. Whereas you can have an epiphany, okay? And I said, I wonder, and I'm not saying that he did, J90. I'm not saying that he did. J90 and there's some street dudes. If he did, he would never say it. Okay. Not unless he made him real mad. I said, I wonder why he really blackballed a young man. Okay, so J90 tend to believe that he was blackballed because he started asking about the contract. And I think that was a small percentage of it. I do. I just think that was a small percentage of it, in my opinion. He didn't want him asking about that contract because he never intended to really put him on. He was intending to throw him a bone. Okay. He intended to throw the young man a bone. Okay. Um, and then that was about it. To give him a taste of that life, and then having one and longing for more. And a lot of times when people don't think, you know what I mean, when I don't know the word that I'm looking for, when they are not thinkers, when they're not sure of themselves, they'll start doing anything for that, to keep that going. But I'm happy that the young man was is a thinker. He said, I'm a thinker, I can read. um but he said, it was too much street stuff going on, and I wasn't on that. Okay, I listened to exactly what he said. He said I wasn't on that, so at least it makes me wonder how many people was actually recruited, how many people was actually talked to take young Dolph out before they got the ones to take him out. Because we see the way that it was done, we could tell that was thrown together. Okay, they sitting up talking about they plotting and planning for months. I don't know about that, because that looked like we saw how messy that was. Okay. Me personally, I would believe, it would not surprise me if he tried to recruit the young man to actually do something, to actually do something of that caliber to an artist of that caliber like Young Dolph, and he wasn't going. Okay. He had sense enough to know that there was no way that he could get away with that. And then it's one thing to be dissing folks. I mean, we could make money off of it, but it's another thing when you start talking about doing something like that. Somebody that's a thinker, and we see that that young man is a thinker. He knew that he wouldn't get away with that. He wasn't trying to mess his life up like that. So that's I kind of start. I'm not saying that it happened, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, and if he was actually brought to the table, because it something as small as saying, let me see the contract. No, that once he saw he wasn't on that he wasn't interested in being his hitter, and probably for a specific person that they had been trying to hit. Okay. um Somebody got in his ear and said, we're gonna go ahead and blackball him. He ain't doing what we want him to do. Okay. And then a lot of times when you start pulling back, when you start taking stuff from people, you think it might get them to conform if they're weak. And we see that the young man was not weak. He was his own. I got to thinking, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that there's any truth to it. But I just got to thinking, how many people did they actually try to recruit? Okay. We know that these dudes are out in the street. They was out in the street, they was doing their dirt, but they had sense enough, if this happened, to know that they didn't want to take young Dolph out. Okay. They had sense enough to know that they didn't want to do anything like that. It's one thing to, like I said, to put it on wax. It's another thing when you actually start talking about taking somebody's life, and for what? Okay. Daryl says, why do these folks sign contracts without reading them? It's just pure ignorance. Well, I I think that I think that he reads it. I think that he read it. But what a lot of these young artists don't understand is they need a lawyer, because you have to have somebody that can understand the language. we know in contracts it has that lawyer's language, or that law language. And sometimes with the wording, you ain't gonna understand it anyways. So, the wording is very tricky, that and, or, and all of that. You definitely have to have a lawyer that understands the language to communicate to you in a way that you understand that. So, what Black Youngster did was he kind of was did this young man the exact same way that Gotti did him. The only thing about it is this young man, he wasn't as crazy as him. Okay. And it seemed like to me, J90 did have people around him that was letting him know, he had some people around him that was really trying to guide him right. And once he saw that he was not, I'm sure he had an epiphany too, depending on what it was that he was trying to get him to do. Because he said it was too much street stuff going on. And then there was some stuff that he went on. Of course, he would never tell us everything, but like I said, he put enough out there. Okay. So depending on what it was that he wanted him to do, you definitely have to look. Yeah, you have to lawyer up, like I said, to be able. You got to get a lawyer to be able to read the language so that you can understand it. Okay, because anytime you get to reading the contract, I could read a contract, and as intelligent as I am, you know what I mean. I'm gonna need a lawyer because there's a lot of I don't know, things that I don't understand in a contract. Okay, that's why the lawyers charge so much. You might as well go ahead and lose it on the front end, because if you don't lose and pay on the front end, you're gonna definitely lose on the back end. And that's what a lot of these sharky labels depend on. Good morning, Oceanfront Records. A real deal Lee says, did Big Head sign B.Y. for being a hitter and a rapper? I believe it, and this is just in my opinion. I do believe that Yo Gotti has signed Black Youngster to be I'll say a guard dog, to be safe. Okay. And I think that he understood what he was signed for. And the difference between J90 and Black Youngster is that I think that Black Youngster wanted Gotti's approval so much that he would do anything. I heard Black Youngster say in a video one time that life was so good to him. For him, he didn't never want it to end. He was scared that it was going to end. So yeah, when people have the mentality like him, yeah, because look at how Black Youngster jumped into that beef with Young Dolph. Like I said, it would have been different if it was a strategy to just sell records. But it became something else, because they actively was shooting at the young man. I'm talking about they were shooting at Young Dolph. At that point, it was not about selling records. It became heinous in nature. Okay. It became evil and dark. And it should have been called to the table. We should have called it to the table. At that point, when they shot at him twice, when they tried to kill him, they actually shot him. You shoot up somebody's van, you trying to kill somebody. Okay. You shoot somebody and he goes in the hospital, he almost died, he collapsed, bleeding out in a store. You trying to kill somebody. So what we should have did was, as the consumers, we should have said, I tell you what, we're not buying another record from CMG. If anything happens to Young Dolph, and because of what has happened to Young Dolph, we're gonna pull back. We're not gonna buy your music, because now what y'all doing is y'all putting this negativity, this evilness into the atmosphere, and you actually trying to take somebody's life. They did it right in our faces, and I have to say that a lot of us are responsible for that, because we did not choose Young Dolph's life. It should never get to a point where two artists are going at it, and we're not choosing the artist that they're constantly shooting at and trying to take his life. Okay, we should have chose his life. We should have told our kids, You're not going to stream another damn thing from CMG because now they're putting negativity into the atmosphere. And God, his motherfucking ass would have understood that because all he understands is numbers. Okay? He would have understood that. Okay, little bruh, you're going to have to leave Dolph alone because we're going to go broke. Ain't nobody messing with us. Whoever their funders are in the background, they would have said, we can't mess with you. Because the masses of the people, they ain't messing with you. They messing with our money. They're not buying your stuff, so we can't invest in you. That would have been the only way they would have felt it. But instead, we didn't choose. That's the reason why when folks jump on my stuff now and say you choose, and I say kiss my ass, nigga. You don't go and kill nobody and tell me that I'm choosing. You damn right I'm choosing. I'm choosing what's right. It never should have gotten to the point where the young man was even being shot at. Dolph can say whatever he wants to as long as he was not a threat to their person. And like I said, if they asses can't stand for somebody to talk about them, they need to go join a damn ballerina class and put on their damn pink panties and shit. Okay? That's what they should have did. And so that's why I say with J90, I'm not saying that he tried to recruit J90. I'm saying J90 said it was some shit I wasn't with. The young man might have kids, he got family, and he got himself. I like it when young men think a lot of themselves. Okay? I'm not saying he an angel because they out in the street. But he had sense enough to know he wasn't getting ready to let black youngster take him down. And it's a damn shame because he didn't do whatever it was. Because trust me, he ain't messed up he wasn't mad at him about no contract. He was mad at him about something else. And a lot of times when you start showing people you mad at them, oftentimes, especially if you're a narcissist, if you're manipulative, if they're weak-minded, it starts getting them to conform. And he still didn't conform. And I think that's what straight dropping them started coming in at. Okay. We know straight drop ain't got it all. Because anytime you can have sexual assault charges, people that's got mentally stable don't sexually assault women. Okay. Joe Loves God says, your God probably told BY, well, my ninja, they not buying your music anyway, so you got to do it. BY has to feel real stupid right about now. I remember you saying it well back, Miss T. Us as Memphis should have chose sides back when they shot him the first time. Right. Youngster want to wear pink panties in real life. Y'all know EBG, everybody eat the Dolph's way. EBE, that's right. Everybody eats the Dolph's way. At Darryl Brown, but at the same time, MFs from both sides did choose sides. It's the MFs who playing in the middle. Letitia says, no to you, not the pink pandas. Okay. But I think it's a shame, you guys, that that a lot of these young men are being recruited and because they go and get them when they watch them. Okay. I think about and I got a whole lot of stuff going through my head. Moneybagg Yo had an artist, and that kind of played out on social media, and people were saying that he dropped him off of his label, and there was a lot of rumors. We don't actually know why he dropped him. They were saying that Moneybagg Yo dropped him because he didn't want him saying Straight Drop's name or something like that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's why Moneybagg Yo dropped him, because you have artists like Big 30. He always saying Moneybagg Yo's name. I mean, Straight Drop's name, right? Don't he be saying? Ain't he one of the ones that's always saying free Straight Drop? If I'm not mistaken, I believe Big 30, and that's one of Moneybagg Yo's artists. I don't believe that that's the reason why that Moneybagg Yo dropped him. Okay. Now that we seeing that these label heads um want to, I've been telling y'all that they're destroying lives. Okay, they get their funding from these big record companies. Um and in order to keep that funding, they got to sell records, and so they're committing genocide. The only thing that these big record companies is doing now is funding labels like CMG and all of that to commit genocide. So it hadn't stopped. At first they was doing it, now they're just using black people to lure in the younger generation like Gotti, um and then once they lure them in, I mean, they got them going and killing other people, and then they ultimately kill them. Once they get hot, they kill them. Okay. Letitia says J90 said he was crashing out for them. He wasn't right. It makes me wonder, you know. Like I said, you don't go and get mad at somebody just because they say, "Bro, can I have somebody else to look at that contract?" Bro, when I'm gonna get some money? Hell, like I said, he talking about he had a house built. Was the house actually built? I mean, whose name is the house in? Is he living in that house? Hell, did he finish building it? Okay. Rodriguez Brown said, free, straight drop too. He bread gang trick. Okay. Hold on. So it got cut off before it was built. He was used Miss T to go at Pre and Baby CEO. He got cut off before it got built. He was used Miss T to go at Pre and Baby CEO, then got cut off when he was useless. Yeah, when he started asking about that contract, because see, I think he had some dudes around him that knew something wasn't right and was telling him, that was in his ear, because he said, I got good dudes around me. Even though they might be street dudes, they know they supposed to have some, he was supposed to have some damn money coming in. Like he said, if somebody else can be making money off of it, how come I ain't? And that's why I was saying, you can't, these artists can't be letting folks Suge Knight them. You think about Tupac's mom said, I said that in a video yesterday. Tupac's mom said that when Tupac died, when Tupac would ask Suge Knight for money, Suge Knight would go buy him a house, he would go buy him a car, he would go buy him jewelry, and all of the shit was in his name. So when Tupac died, all of that stuff went back to Suge Knight. Well, not died, when they killed him. Okay, and it seems like that is a practice of these record labels. And so, like I said, they go and get them from out the hood, where they know that they're hungry and they're lacking. And I think it's a darn shame. Hey, Lucky Knuckles, I think it's a darn shame before God that these young men just want to. A lot of them just want to rap. Okay, but in order for them to be successful, they have to be crash dummies. Okay, and I'm happy that this young man, let it be known. I saw some video. He was going at Pre. He was going at him. But the thing about it is, the young man did not have any issues with Pre. We already know he was going at him because CMG wanted him to go at Pre. They wanted him to go at Key Glock. Okay, because I kind of think that's who he was going at, right? But when he said in his interview the other day, he said, we ain't beefing with nobody in the city. Hey, big ass man. He said, we're not beefing with nobody in the city. So I'm glad that he was smart enough to understand, that this ain't nothing I want to do. And the thing about it is, like I said, when it's wax and you dissing somebody, and I mean, people been doing that since the beginning of time. You diss me, I diss you, we make some money, and we go on with our life. It ain't no animosity. It's just business, right? I kind of like the plays that they're doing on YouTube, right? But when, like I said, when you start talking about killing somebody, that changes the nature of it. And I just kind of believe that he was asked to do something that he said, I'm not, he said himself, he said, I wasn't with that. And like I said, the young man was signed around 2 years ago. Okay. Hey, God, it's 288. The young man was signed around 2 years ago. Okay. So did they sign him? Why was he really signed? And then he decided, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was talking to somebody about 2 weeks ago, and they just happened to call me because they used to be out in the streets of Memphis. They used to be real hardcore street guy. And now they've kind of turned a new leaf in life, and he's an activist. He's one of the activists out there. And he actually called me because that was around the time, because he knew my dad, and to check on my dad. This before my dad had passed. And we kind of had a conversation. And I promise you, straight dropping them came up because this person had used to I guess try to mentor straight drop at some point, like some years back. Because right before this stuff happened, I had told him, we had a conversation. I told him, I said, I think straight drop is going to be indicted. And he said, no, I don't think he's going to be indicted. He said, his real name, Justin Johnson. I said, I know. And he said his real, I'm telling you now, that little dude, he ain't do that. He ain't on nothing like that. That little dude done been through hell. I've actually tried to mentor that dude because he had already been in and out of jail. And he said, I don't think I don't think he knows straight drops history like that, right? And so he went on and he was talking about, no, I think you got that wrong. I don't think he gonna be indicted. I said, okay, I said nothing else about it because I knew he was gonna be indicted. Okay. And so anyways, we was talking the other day, and he was saying, T, you always you kind of like to try to make excuses sometimes for these little dudes, because you really got a soft spot for the youth. He said, I understand that. He said, but let me tell you something. I was out in the streets forever before I turned over a new leaf and became an activist. He said, as a street nigga, as a street dude, I don't care how young these little brothers are, they already know that they ain't supposed to be out here doing hits for no damn record label, for no music. He said they know better. He said they know the street code. They was never supposed to take Dolph out. They know that. They said they know that they weren't supposed to take young Dolph out. He said when them niggas asked them to take him out for a record deal or whatever, they were supposed to say, no, fuck you. He never did nothing to me. He said, so you're going to have to stop being soft. They know better. He said, even though they're young dudes, and I can understand you having a soft spot for these young dudes. Yeah, they might have came from hard living, all that shit. He said, but as OGs, you kind of hard on us because them niggas knew not to do that. They knew not to do it. And it kind of, when I heard J90 say, okay, when I heard J90 say, listen, I've been out in the streets, I've been there, I done that, and they wanted it to be some street stuff. They wanted some shit that I wasn't with. I wasn't with that. I understood what he was talking about because J90 come from up there around Riverside. I said, just like J90 was thinking, even though he came from the trenches, you damn right. The rest of them was supposed to be thinking. I had an epiphany at that point when I heard that interview the other day. You right. As I know that Riverside around that area, Macmillan and stuff is the trenches. But he said I wasn't with that because I've been there, done that. I'm trying to get away from that. And you're right. Cornelius and all of them were supposed to say the same thing. Okay. Just go back and watch some of the stuff. He was saying he gonna do you would think he was on all that. Okay. He found out quick enough, Nutia. Lucky Knuckles, when you say that the street code don't change, what you mean? Kind of explain to me what you mean by that. When you say the street code don't change, tell me what you mean by that so I can understand. You guys, make sure y'all hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Hit the like button so to keep the video in the algorithm. So he was talking his ish. Now he done switched. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Letitia said had they gave him the cash, it might have went differently. I don't know. I think they would. I think they would have given him the cash if he had for that. I think they would have given him the cash for that. They gave it to Straight Dropping now. They was building a house. I think that was a payment too. But we just heard rest in peace young Dolph said that they stopped the building on the house. He supposedly he never even got that. But that's a good point. That's why he ain't say but so much. Right, because see if he said that there was money. He said that when he read the contract and he read it, he said there was an amount of money on the contract that was supposed to be split down the middle that he never got any of. Okay. So I don't think it would have did him any. I mean, if he's asking Black Youngster, what happened to the money? If he's asking him questions about the money and stuff, why would Black Youngster be mad about telling him? If somebody asks you what happened, if somebody is asked, your artist is asking you about the contract, or can I get somebody else to look at the contract to explain it to me so that I can understand? Hell, what was wrong with that? I really don't. I think it was something else. I think he was done with him after he wanted him to do something else that he didn't want to do. That's what I think. I don't really think it had anything to do with that contract. He said enough, but he don't want no parts of the CMF Rico. Yeah. Yeah. So our artists being blackballed, you guys. Our artists being blackballed because they won't become hitters. Are they? I think so. I've been saying it for the longest. Unfortunately, and it's sad to say, I think it's more little dudes that's taking the bait than not. I just do. I think it's more that's taking the bait than not. That's the reason why we see so many little dudes uh being killed, and we see so many that's going to jail, that's being implicated in these murders. They go and get them, they have no connection to them. Okay. I think the record label strategy is to go get somebody up out the hood that they don't give a damn about and get them to do their crash dummy stuff. And what is happening is, if anybody goes to jail, they know that these little dudes are immature. Okay. So look, hey, they could put their hands, y'all, it's really a strategy. Their families, they never let their families, they never get the opportunity to move their families out of the hood. So if the little dudes even think about talking, they already know that their families can be touched because they're still in the hood, because they came out of the same damn hoods that these dudes came out of. So it would look bad for them to say anything because they folks still in the hood, right? Their families can be touched. Okay. So these record labels think that they really just got it sewn up, y'all, what they're doing. If anybody, if these record labels, you know, and then if the police, if the feds get too hot, they just, what these young dudes don't understand, it's been going on for a real long time, y'all. What these young dudes don't understand is they get them strategically, get them involved in these beefs so that, they get them to go out and do their dirty work. And if the feds get on top of their heads, or get hot on them, they take these little dudes out themselves so that they won't talk. And they know that it's going to look like that I guess the ops, what they call them, took them out, but they're not taking them out. Their own people taking them out. These little dudes just, they don't have any guidance at all. They don't. I think about it, be why dumb as F, who in hell would follow some shit that he is in on other than a crash dummy? If I can't ask about my money, that's a problem. That's true. Stephen Brown says, thank you for not promoting the lies. There are a lot of accounts with platforms that are lying every day about the Dolph case. They're saying things that make no sense on. Oh, for sure. Oh, yes, they are. A lot of these people are promoting stuff because they've been hired by some of these record labels to try and confuse people. You could tell, the ones that are not fake, because they get the most harassment. Wasn't it a few months ago? Word on the street. I'm missing some of the comments, y'all. But you're welcome, Steven. Thank you for being a subscriber. You guys, if you haven't hit the like button, y'all, I need like 40 more likes. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I need like 40 more likes. It puts the video in the algorithm. Okay. Hit the like button, you guys. Run the likes up. I need like 40 more likes. Keep running the likes up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Y'all, they're hiring a networking engineer. And this ain't nothing but another YouTube. I can't wait until we get them. To hack into my Gmail, into my YouTube. And this is not for this for real. To mess with my subscribers. Whoever it is, don't they worried about my subscribers. Okay. Thanks, Joy Loves God, for the $10 super sticker. Thank you, Tamara, for bringing the truth. Much love. Thank you so much, Joy Loves God. Absolutely. If I can't get on here and tell the truth, I wouldn't get on here. I'm not gonna get on here. A lot of people get on here and they just make up anything just for likes and views and subscribers. I can't do it. Okay, I won't. I refuse to do it. What's for me, I'll get. Um, and if it has to be a steady pace, that's cool. I'm cool with that. You know, I don't appreciate nobody messing with my subscribers. So if you find yourself unsubscribed, y'all make sure y'all subscribe again until um anyways, I'm not gonna give them. Okay. I'm telling you, algorithm. I'm telling you. Yeah. Can't wait till these MFs go down. I can't neither. I can't wait until they go down either. I think it's a darn shame what is happening. But if y'all think about it, God is allowing a lot of stuff to start coming out. You know, it's a good thing. Social media is like a blessing and a curse. Um, it's a blessing because a lot of stuff that normally would not come out, we're able to see. People are able to start putting out, and they're still trying to control the narrative even on that. But like I said, you know, when J90 did that interview, you know, J90 is very talented. You know, I want to see him go far. Um, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. That's the reason why J90 got to be very meticulous now. Um, he's still signed to a Black Youngster, okay? And so Black Youngster already know that all eyes are on him and not for the right reason. And the young man says that he's willing to handle the business part with Black Youngster. I think that was smart of him to say, because you know, if he could take all of his stuff off of all of social media platforms, that means in that contract he signed over everything. He owns the rights to his name, to his image, to all of that. So if anybody else want to work with him, they have to get it approved through Black Youngster, which means he could dead all that, right? So that's the reason why he said he's still willing to do the business part, and that's smart. But I think what he should do is work at getting him a high-priced entertainment attorney. Okay, whatever money he get his hands on, he needs to work at getting a high price. Thank you, Letitia, for the cash app. He needs to work at getting him a high price entertainment attorney, okay, and start working and negotiating and getting him out of that contract. That should be first on his bucket list. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with him getting traction. Black Youngster, just listening to Black Youngster is a damn con artist, okay. And I knew Black Youngster was a con artist when he told him, look here, young nigga, what I got for you is I ain't got no money for you. He made sure he put that on camera. Because why we get on camera and say that unless he was trying to get that recorded? Okay. You have to watch these folks. Now, Art Horn is a very crafty lawyer. He always have been. Okay. I ain't got no money for you, young nigga, but I tell you what I got for you. I got a house. I got you these gold, these chains right here. I ain't got no money for you. He said that 3 times. Hell, as a damn record head, he should have been shamed to say ain't got no money for you. Hell, I mean, most record labels wanted to be a good look for them. If nothing, if nothing else, you know, hey, they'll act like they're giving you a whole lot of money, even if they ain't. But he wanted to make sure he got that recorded. I ain't got no money for you. Okay. Especially Gotti. He think him and Angela gonna live. Yeah, that's what he think, but they ain't. I'm telling you now, they're not gonna live happily ever after because God ain't gonna let them live happily ever after. You know, I wouldn't have even I would have been happy for Yo Gotti and Angela if Gotti had not pulled this shit that's going on, because we already know that when they get through, because see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. What they're doing is they're just like they was okay with Straight Drop taking all the blame, and God wasn't pleased with that. God started to expose a lot of this stuff. Um, God in them is doing the same thing to Black youngster that they initially did to Straight Drop, and then they threw Quet up under the bus. Y'all don't believe me, but I'm telling y'all, when that stuff started, they fed Quet to the vlogs. Okay, I'm telling y'all, they did it. I ain't saying he didn't deserve it. I'm telling y'all what they did. Leo says, yeah, the cap on this app is out of this world with the lies on here. One blogger said, yo, God is shot money back. I don't know. and they get more views than me. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you what they do. They'll give vloggers to try and destroy the credibility. That's how you know who their vloggers are, because they get about trying to destroy the credibility of those that's really got information. I'm telling you, they do. Because if you know what you're talking about, you don't even try and destroy nobody else's credibility. People don't pay attention to that. People like junk so much, they don't pay attention. They never stop to say, why in the hell that blogger trying to messing with that blogger? Why are they trying to destroy their credibility, especially if they've never done anything to them? That is a direct indication that something is not right with that vlogger. But people be so caught up in the mess, they don't think about that. Somebody said that they saw where a vlogger, I believe one of my subscribers said they saw where a vlogger was saying that Mia J was killed or something like that. I said, I didn't see it. I said, ain't this some shit? Now, these folks is wrong for that. Why in the hell would they say that? That CMG had killed Mia J. I said, oh Lord. Now we know that's a lie. Right, they're similar to the record heads, and a lot of these more people are connected. If y'all pay attention, more people are connected. Start watching these folks that's putting out this outlandish stuff. And then if they're showing their faces, or you're able to see their images, if they turn their cameras on, if you pay close attention to them, you'll start seeing them later on start trying to promote music and things of that nature. And so, y'all, that's a direct indication that if they're in the music industry, they are probably connected to some of these record labels, okay? And they're paying them to put out stuff that's going to confuse people. And like I've said before, I mean, putting out crazy stuff, and there's a lot of people. You'd be surprised at how some of these folks believe a lot of this stuff. I can't believe it myself. I go, nah, ain't no. You got people on here that's got degrees, and they got lives, and they got nice homes and houses and good jobs and stuff, and they get caught up and believe a lot of this crazy stuff. When I started hearing people say that young Dolph was killed on a Monday, kidnapped from the restaurant, killed, and then taken and laid in the cookie shop, it blew everybody's mind. And I'm telling y'all, I have friends that be on here that work downtown, in downtown Memphis. It was the funniest thing to them. My auntie was laughing so hard, it was ridiculous. Don't y'all know that they got video of young Dolph walking into that cookie shop? Young Dolph walked into the cookie shop. I believe whatever my auntie tell me. My aunt ain't lying. Okay? But people believe it. I could not believe it. And I remember somebody got on I remember somebody got on my thing on my in my y'all know my mind going everywhere now. Got into my chat. And I remember I can't remember the name, but they said young Dolph was kidnapped on a Monday. I said, well, no, he wasn't kidnapped on a Monday because he was on the news that Monday. He was on the news that Monday down there at the cancer center. He was all over the news, so he didn't. They had to change it. When I said that day, they changed it to he was kidnapped that Tuesday. I'm telling you, they changed it and said that he was laid in front of the cook, taken. The body was kept. Okay. Now he would have been stiff as I don't know what. Y'all know his you could tell young Dolph had just been killed at that cookie shop with the way that his arm was hanging out of that window. It's unfortunate. But when a person is has been dead for a minute, their body stiffens. What is wrong with people? Okay? Young Dolph walked into the cookie shop. They got video of it. It's a damn shame before God. Like what they pay these vloggers to do, and they ain't got no issue with it. But what I'm more surprised is how people was coming at me. You know, they had kidnapped the did Dolph. The government had kidnapped the did Dolph and went and laid him at that cookie shop. I said, these motherfuckers is mentally ill. Okay? I know the vloggers was lying. They had a narrative to push because they was being paid. But what I couldn't understand was the people that believe them. Okay? I think it's a darn shame before God. I had gotten to a point, I said, Lord, I'm going to stop talking about the Young Dolph's case because I ain't, I just, it's turning into the mental ward on my chat. I'm not talking about y'all. Okay? I said, I can't deal with the mental ward. Okay? Because when people come, well, you know that they had kidnapped him, you were part of it. They told me I was a part of kidnapping him, y'all. They said I was a part of helping to kidnap him. Okay. I said, Lord, I don't know how long I can't do this because I have a real life. I'm not going to the mental ward with the rest of them. Oh my God. When I told y'all, I said, y'all, there was a blue light camera, a police cam over across the street from Young Dolph's from that cookie shop. Okay. It was a cam. That's the reason why I told y'all, they know who all was following him. It all once you go back and you start, all you got to do is go back to the beginning. Okay. And it's quite hurtful if you don't listen to all of the crazy stuff and then you go back to the beginning. Okay. And so, you know, and you start listening to these clowns that know about what happened to young Dolph. They've tried to scrape a lot of it off, but they haven't been able to scrape everything off. Okay. And you listen to them, they told what happened. He thought he got away. Ain't that what the dude was saying in the back of JoJo Splat them? He thought he got away. He said that for a reason, y'all, and stuff like that. I don't want to talk about it because stuff like that kind of bothers me. I'm just happy that the police and feds are on top of it. 200,000 pages and counting. Ain't nowhere in the hell nobody getting away with nothing. Okay. You know what, Sonya? I was told that it looks like that it was tentatively their trial was tentatively set to start in January of next year, but I don't know because court dates, trial dates and stuff, and that's just for some of them, not the ones that hadn't been indicted yet. Not the ones that had not been indicted. The one young boy named Sauce is the most lying ass joker in the world on social media. He got that these subscribers believe him, and he got the nerve to say, "Hit the like." Lord have mercy. Because oftentimes, when the court system, the Shelby County court system is still kind of backed up, Miss Sonia, from COVID, and it's still kind of backed up, you know. But that's what I heard. It was tentatively they're looking at January of next year, but they always say that they always tentatively set trials uh, for the beginning of the next year. Um, and then oftentimes they get changed because the lawyers start, motions to get to extend the court dates. With 200,000 pages, I'm sure that the lawyers, because their clients know that they're not getting off, the lawyers are going to try to extend it for as long as they can to try to scrape and come up with witnesses. It's hard for them to come up with witnesses. I'm telling you, because they don't want to get in front of a judge and lie and end up in jail. Um, I'm just telling you. When are more indictments coming, Miss T? I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I just know they're coming. Trump got indicted. I know these clowns can get it. Yeah, they can get it. They gonna get it. They know that Quet was at Privé speaking to Drop and a few others and said that it was planned since June. There is video evidence. I actually thought if to be honest, I really thought that they would have made an indictment by March, you know. But it for one person, but they didn't. So I don't know. There's no telling what's going on with that. XXX trial took 45 years. Yeah. Like I said, you're talking about 200,000 pages and counting. It's a lot of stuff going on in a young dog's case. Like I said, it's very troubling that a lot of these young dudes have messed their lives up. We see that they recruit them to mess their lives up. That's what they do. They recruit them to mess their lives up. That's why I say a lot of parents and stuff need to get their children. Rap is not the only career that these kids can have. Um, it's not the only career that they can have that could take them out of the hoods. They could start their own businesses. That's why I say vocational school is very important. It is imperative that they bring vocational school back so that these kids can learn a trade and get out and start their own businesses, and they can make a legal career that's not going to put their lives in danger. Right now, they're only thinking that rap can get them the dream, the vacations and the cars and things of that nature and the glamour. That's not true. And this is what they're dangling in their eyes. Okay. Because that's what they're making our kids think, that rap is the only way out. Yeah, I love Coke Figure too. Is he in here? I didn't see him in here. Oh, I love Coke Figure. I love Coke Figure. Y'all know that Coke Figure is one of the vloggers that I definitely respect. I always have. He's always been very just very direct, very honest. Coke Figure was, before I even started vlogging on the case, he was one of the ones that I definitely listened to, and he was very bold and direct. As I had said before, everybody in Memphis had already known what had happened or the direction that at least that it came from. Um, as far as young Dolph, even if they don't know the details, right? There's no way for all of us to know every detail, but it's amazing when the feds know every detail, right? And the investigators. And it's not good, when people start digging. I always say it's just some things at this point that you don't really need to know, because as much that's right, unity in the community. Yeah, I love Cold Figure. Cold Figure was very direct. Cold Figure did they took all his videos down, but I can remember that. I remember that I was looking at Cold Figure. I was at my mom's house, and I was looking at him. I had this vlog up on the TV, and my mom said, "That's a good dude." He was speaking about Young Dolph and Yo Gotti, and he was saying, Cold Figure was mad. He get mad like me, emotional, and you know what I mean? Because when things are not right, it pisses me off. It don't take nothing to do people right, and what they did to Young Dolph was wrong. And he was talking about, Yo Gotti didn't really want to be a man, because I'm hearing, he said that he had heard, and I know I'm not saying it verbatim, that they tried to call a meeting. Some people tried to call a meeting for Young Dolph and Yo Gotti to have a sit down, and Yo Gotti didn't want to be a man about it. I remember that because me and my mother was sitting there looking at that particular video. He did that video like last year, but they took his page down. They wrong for that. He got up another page. I think it's called Cold Figure TV News or something like that. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to him if you haven't already. But they had took down his page that had like almost 40,000 subscribers. When I know that people in it for the right reasons and they're good, I never saw Cold Figure hating on anybody. He was not secretly hating on anybody. I think the dude just want to put the truth out, and he is a leader. And I like men that are leaders. I don't like men that send folks out. When you see somebody saying, you go do this, you go do that, you go do, that's a mother sucker that like to send folks out. They ain't no better than the record labels that's out here sending these young dudes out that's getting their lives messed over. But you always heard Cold Figure say, when he would say unity in the community, he would always say, I'm gonna go do this. And if y'all want to, y'all can follow me. A leader puts himself out there. Okay? He puts himself out there first. And then he tell the people, I'm doing this. If you want to follow me, you can follow me. They don't hide behind the people and try to go get them to do some dirt. Okay, they put themselves out there first in front and center, and they don't hide their hands. So I like that. You better watch a Negro that's always sitting up talking about y'all go do this, y'all go do that, y'all do always trying to send somebody out. That's a dangerous person. Because see, they'll send folks out to do anything. They'll do anything as long as they feel like they can find a simp to go do it for them. Okay. That's right. Letitia says, we are pre, it's a million for you, march them phonies. Cold Figure need to go record that song. He need to record it. Oh wow. Oh, okay. Is that the I sauce? Because it's two sauces, but I think y'all talking about I got sauce or something, right? Sam Cold Figure and Dolph has that same passion when y'all get turned up. I'm telling you, new to you. I'm telling you. I'm very passionate. And like I said, I be wanting for people to know that it's gonna be okay. I really do. I be wanting for everybody to know that it's gonna be okay as it relates to young Dolph. And the reason that I think what surprises me, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised, what kind of devastates me is the fact that some of these people already know, y'all, that they're gonna be indicted, and they're consistently bringing in these young dudes to send them out to do things that they know that they're not gonna get away with and ruining their lives. I think it's a shame before God. It's evil. It's evil on so many levels, and then want to get on Instagram and things of that nature, and act like they're such a family person, showing their families and things of that nature, and how happy their families are, and they're out destroying other people's families because and the community. They're destroying the future because these young dudes and these young girls are the future. Instead of trying to help them, they're helping to destroy them. So that's the reason why I said I think that was a brave thing that, even if he started out, you know, dissing, okay, if he started out dissing pre, hey, the only thing I could say is he did it, you know, he ain't on that now. You know what I mean? He ain't on it. I think they wanted to push him over the ledge, like straight dropping them, jumped over the ledge, and the young man wasn't with it. He had sense enough to know, hey, no, I ain't with that. Somebody taught him well. No, I can't do that because anybody with sense should have known that wasn't nobody gonna get away with killing young Dolph, a famous rapper like that. And then everybody had already knew the night that the folks knew who killed young Dolph the night that the same night he was killed. I'm telling you what I know. Sonya Liddell says, I feel like all who's involved with the murder of Dolph, that they are going to get away with it. I don't think so, Miss Sonya, that they are going to get away. No, because see, I don't believe that because they've already gotten some of the ones, straight drop Cornelius, um Orange Mound Quet. There was somebody else that was arrested quietly. Some of these young dudes that might have been out there. You know what I mean? You have to think about some of these ones that, what's the word I'm looking for? Some of these ones that hmm, how can I say it? May have had a some type of connection. Pay close attention to some of these ones that's being in jail for a real long time. Okay. Just start paying close attention to stuff. I often tell people a lot of time go back to the beginning and then pay very close attention to what's going on now. Yeah. Yeah, long live Paper Ralph Frank. I hope not. That shit really makes me mad. Why did they take Dolph from us like that? I don't know. Jealousy is as deadly as the grave. I'm telling you, jealousy is as deadly as the grave. And it had nothing to do, it had everything to do with jealousy. Why Black youngster felt the need to get so involved, I don't know. But I'm glad J90 wasn't no crash dummy like that. And see what these young dudes don't understand is that loyalty is not going out and being a hitter for somebody. Because if somebody truly love you, they ain't gonna even ask you to go hit nobody. Because they don't want you to be subjected to any retaliation or jail for the rest of your life. Now that's real love. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at something. Y'all, I don't mean no harm. But I ain't never in my life, I have never in my life seen nobody be in the hole as long as Straight Drop has been in the hole. I'm telling y'all right now, I've never known for a person to be in the damn hole as long as Straight Drop. Okay, 90 days at the most. 90 days at the most. And they and I because I was told he was getting ready to come out, but he's still in there. So I mean, they can be in the hole if they choose to stay up in there. Um okay. We be glad when this court date comes up, family. Long live Dolph. Yeah, long live Flipper. I got Saul says that people got shot when they're literally at award shows at basketball. Yeah, J90 said hell no and right T. Like youngster tried to prove a point to Gotti and they like high in the mouth. It would appear to me, and I'm not saying that it's true. The black youngster had an urgency. J90 wasn't going, and maybe Gotti was on top of his head about something. Somebody was. And J90 just wasn't gonna let them use him like that. Because look at what happened. Straight dropping them got caught. I mean, I have to give credit where it's due. They knew that Straight Drop was going to be indicted. What Straight Drop was straight that indictment came down. He was arrested in January, but I mean, we knew Straight Drop was going to be indicted when, like, a month after, a month to the day after Young Dolph was assassinated. So I have to say that that's good investigative work, and it was easier for the investigators because there were so many people, regardless to what people say. There was a lot of people around Memphis that knew what had happened, and even if they were anonymously calling, they wanted some justice for Young Dolph because they knew what had happened. Those young dudes was jumping on live because they had been given a false sense of security. He thought he got away. I'm telling y'all, every time I think about that young man saying it, especially when when the people have probably figured out why he was saying it, there's no telling what had happened. I mean, it's really sad. I stuff like that really bothers me because you don't really know what went on with that. For them to say that when people know at some point that their life is in danger, of course, they might try to. I mean, it's in the hands of the Lord. I'm telling you, and everything that they did, they're not gonna get. They're not. Thank God they ain't getting away with it. So when they on here got these little young dudes crashing out and going at vloggers, they got to be the damnedest fools that there ever was, because it ain't nothing that they can say or do that's gonna stop what's gonna happen. And Black Youngster tried to do that to J90, and J90 just wanted his career. Right, he just wanted his career. Rest in peace, Young Dog says, I'm back, but Straight Drop go back to court this week. I think the witness got to come also. And we can't forget, they are already looking for Straight Drop. He just had went on the run. Right. And they got Cornelius before they even got Straight Drop. The Daryl Brown, the dude that was in the back of CEO Bobby and what's the other young man named Jojo Splat? That was a young man in the back of them the night that Dolph was killed, that they got on the live. And they thought they scrubbed it, but it's still a video out there. He thought he got away. He kept saying it. It made CEO Bobby uncomfortable. He got off. He thought he got away, especially Okay. When people started tagging the FBI, and they realized, they were surprised too when they jumped on and they started seeing the FBI, and people started saying, y'all were the ones that was involved in this. And they started tagging the news media, the FBI. They started tagging MPD. Okay, those were people from around the Memphis area. Those were those little young people from around that area that knew what had happened. I think he already has said something, Stephen. And like I said, I think that it's sad how barbaric these young folks are now. You know, when did it become this bad that our kids, and these kids no more than 22 years old at the time, they can get on live and celebrate somebody losing their life. That's heinous and barbaric. And so now, everybody thought that Steve Mulroy was so liberal. What Steve Mulroy say? They get ready to start using the death penalty on them. And it's sad to say that at this point, they usually would have activists out there saying, y'all can't kill our black boys and our black girls and things of that nature, but they so heinous now, they so barbaric. You don't hear nobody saying nothing. It's part of the law, and they get ready to start using it. They get ready to start sending these 18, 19, 20-year olds up to the gas chamber. Okay? They're going to start sending them up to the gas chamber. And so you don't see their parents. Their parents try to act like they don't know what they're doing. I guess they try to act like, I don't know a parent, because most parents are on social media. And I always, even when my kids would block me on social media, I would make a damn fake page and become their friend to see, especially when they was in school, to see what they had going on. Okay. So it's hard for me to believe that these parents don't see their children when they're on social media bragging about being a part of these murders and stuff. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. They're looking right at them. They are. They're looking right at them. You guys, let's see. Have y'all hit the like button? Y'all, I need 30 more likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please. Hey, Whitney French. Whitney says, not everyone that has had children takes the time to parent. That's true. I agree. I agree. Y'all run the likes up. Hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, I need like 30 more likes. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you find yourself unsubscribed, please subscribe again. Child, just subscribe again. Um, and then you got the folks that think stuff is cute till their kids are old and real consequences come into play. Right. They'll come down there and swear. They'll come downtown and swear that their children was not involved in something. My son didn't steal their car, and they found the car parked in their driveway. Well, then why was this car parked in your driveway? That was his friend car. You see what I'm talking about? Mama driving the stolen car all to the gas station with the drop top down. My son got a Maserati. How your son get that Maserati? Your son can't even buy soap, but he driving around in a $200,000 car. So a lot of these parents are a part of what's going on, you know. And then when you see these parents call themselves mad about why they just paying young Dolph some attention, why they just paying young Dolph some attention. Thank you, Richmond 36. You know, they mad because they know that they probably their sons and stuff was involved in what happened to them. Because what adult would not have some type of empathy for what has happened to young Dolph? That was extremely heinous. So now they mad at the police because they know at some point, if their sons have not been uh, um, charged with something as it relates to this young Dolph's case, hey, Miss J and Dolls, that they are going to be. They know that they are going to be. Yeah, y'all get the your Dolph Museum tickets because they are on sale. Street Politics says broke ass. Rest in peace, young Dolph. Who was the young man that was in the background saying he thought he got away? That was in the back of I played that video. It's on one of my videos. He thought he got away. I will, R. Richmond. Thank you so much. Hey, Angela. Top of the AM coming into the chat, bless. Yes, you guys, please hit the like button. Let's see how many likes we got at this point. Okay, y'all, I need like 15 more likes. If you haven't hit the like button, give me like 15 more likes. It's 109 people in here. They have the international festival, and the thousands come to it every year. I need 15 more likes. Hold on, you guys. I'm getting ready to look up something too. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscription button and share this video. Y'all make sure y'all share the video on your social media. Hold on. Y'all, JoJo Splat was another one that they was paying giving they was even either paying her for him for something or grooming him for something. Yeah, that you see my comment, Missy, that was KK, Crash Out Grape, and JoJo. Okay. Michelle said she got tickets the same night they announced it over the radio. Hold on, you guys. Player code, check your email. Dolph's Museum tickets are $40 on sale. So y'all make sure y'all go get those tickets. Hold on. Let me highlight that. Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button. Okay, we need 10 more likes. Hey, Ricardo. Whitney says that the website is not up right now. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Share the video. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscription button. But definitely share the video. Thank you, Melody. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna see if player code come up because I had wanted to ask him something. Got tickets Friday when K9 announced K97 announced for the 28th of May. I sure hope they don't go down there trying to act a fool, but I think I'm gonna go. I am gonna go. I gotta go and support Young Dolph. I am going to. If you sign a record deal, date is going to take your life. That's how it is. I believe you. Especially, that's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. Hold on, y'all. I was trying to get player code to come up. Hold on. Okay. Tamara, are you going to the car show that they are having? Yeah, I'm going. I'm going to show support. Black Youngster point blank said they stole his happiness away. Sad. Who stole his happiness away? I wonder who he means stole his happiness away. If he did what they wanted him to do, he let them steal it. He could have did what J90 did and said I ain't on that. The rap industry is a dangerous profession. At this point, it is a dangerous profession. It's a doggone shame, but it's true. It's a dangerous profession. They made it into something dark. They have. They've made it into something dark. Everybody know why youngsters don't want to rap anymore, but I ain't gonna bust his bubble, or should I? Yeah, bust it. Miss Diane, Miss Diane said, "Bust it wide open," because now that Dolph dead, let them tell it. They don't want to do nothing but wiggle their toes. Black youngster should have told God that he ain't want no parts of that. That's what he should have did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. I want to show y'all something. I'm getting ready to show y'all right quick. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. I keep hearing this song in my head. We played this song in my dad's funeral. It's over now. It's over now. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I want to show y'all this. I was minding my business on yesterday, and they came looking for me. Hold on. Y'all look at this. Somebody named Edo. Uh, shit, I done blocked him. Somebody named King Edo went to my Facebook page, and I wasn't bothering nobody, and took a screenshot of Gotti wishing Black Youngster a happy birthday, and then sent me this message and said, Gotti just posted Youngster on his birthday. Let me guess, your dick sucking still got some cap ass shit to say, huh? And then they said, you whore. Now it sounds like it might have been another vlogger, but you know, either way it go, I sent it up. I fear for my life. But the person, it was a new Facebook page, and it was up under the name King Edo. Okay. So since they wanted me to give them attention, I've been giving them attention. I said it's a damn shame. Now everybody said it. Why they find me and come and get me out of the comforts of my home and send me a message calling me a whore? Okay, saying what do I have to say now with my dick sucker? I tell you, it seems like to me it was another vlogger that's obsessed. But a lot of these vloggers work for CMG. I done told y'all don't believe what I tell you, but I'm telling you, the police know. Steven, you know this man. Wow, that's crazy. These people, yeah, they crazy. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't never in my life put nobody's wing in my mouth. But hey, you know, I ain't mad at nobody that have. But he say his name was King Edo, okay? And so having the name King Edo, I would assume that it was a man, although it's probably a woman. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these men that say that they done suck more dick than any woman ever could. Lord, and excuse me to those that's on my live, but I don't know no other way to put it. They didn't have more wings in their mouth than any woman ever could. Okay. I had to laugh, but then I got thinking about, I said, oh, I fear for my life because, people are off of their rockers. Don't get me started talking about how some of these men, sucking on more Peter than They get mad. I'm gonna tell you what go on. These men get around here and they get to getting mad because they like sucking dick. Okay. And so they get mad because they feel like when they start talking about a woman doing it, uh y'all don't get me started. Don't get me started on these folks. I'm telling y'all know I'll go in on them. They get around here and they get to thinking about women doing it. It's a whole lot of women that don't suck wing wing. They thinking that the women is doing it and enjoying it, and they feel like all the wing wings, all the dick sucking supposed to be for them. I want to be sucking on dicks and she doing it. And I gotta hide it. Listen, it's a lot of so-called thugs and stuff that's sucking wing wing. And they then when they gang bang during the day and go curl up and cuddle up with their man at night and suck all the wing that they stomach can hold. Okay, have at it. Don't get mad at me. I ain't doing this. Suck as much dick as you can take until you fill your stomach up and leave me alone. Okay? Okay? That's what's going on. You can have all of it. You can suck as many as you can fill your stomach up with it. I don't want none. So you don't have to mess with me. I ain't keeping you from sucking on nobody's wing wing. Sucking until your mouth go numb. Okay? But that's what's that is what be going on. These folks ought to be ashamed of themselves. You could tell what's on the top of a person's brain by what they say. You can tell what's on their brain by what they say. Okay? A lot of these, I'm telling y'all, a lot of these men get to looking at these women and they don't know how to live in their truth. Live in your truth. Okay? It's more and more men that are thugs that's coming out the closet every day. I'm mad at her because she said she could go wear heels. They're gonna talk about me if I go wear heels. Go get you some heels. I ordered me some last night. I'm gonna post them. Ordering stiletto heels make me feel better. It helps me. Okay. Go get you some heels. Go get polish your toes and get you some heels and suck on your wing wings. Okay. And leave me alone. Okay. That's the reason why a lot of, but I think those based on the wording, it could have been something. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something now. Up in South Memphis, now the men do be trying to be funny. They be saying whore. You hear black youngsters say it like that all the time. But yeah, I tend to think that was a. I don't know. I don't know who it was, but they blocked. It could have been a woman, but whoever it was, okay. They wanted to prove to me that Gotti had wished black. Witness, I'm gonna need you to go be a shoe model. I'm telling you, I'm gonna show y'all before I get off the heels that I ordered last night. I ordered them in every color except for one. Okay. I don't like really buy nude color shoes. Okay. I'm telling y'all, these folks to slow down. I'm gonna tell you something. These folks that sit on here and listen to the personalities on here, and if they yeah, they shifting gears. She on there, she on there, she's sucking dick, and I have to hide that I suck dick because I'm a thug. I'm it's plenty of thugs sucking. I'm telling you, it's going on. Live in your truth, but I'm not. I don't suck no wings. Okay, but I'm telling you, that's how it is with jealousy. She talking about she gloss her lips up, and I had to hide that I'm sucking. About to beat his poor girlfriend to death because she ain't got no stick. She ain't even got no real wing. She had to put on a strap on for me. Mad because she got, I mean, women don't have wings. Putting on a strap on for your ass would be too much for me to peg you. And they beating some of their women to death because they won't peg them. I'ma kill this bitch. She won't peg me. Ladies, I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Mm, mm, mm. Melody says, new to you, 6 dead and 5 injured at the bank in Louisville. Lord have mercy. So they done tried to rob the bank in Louisville? And I'm telling y'all, that's what's going on. I have a cousin that is openly gay. I kid you not. I have a cousin that's openly gay. And my cousin is a property manager. I love him to death. When I tell you I love him, I love him. We grew up together. I love him to death. And my cousin said that he was working for an apartment complex. He don't live in Memphis now because he transferred. But at one time he was working for an apartment complex in Memphis. That was almost like it was definitely the hood. I'm telling y'all. Okay. And my cousin said that this girl walked in and he said, they called me Chrissy. Chrissy, they had about 4 or 5 little kids with him. He said, I noticed her boyfriend kept watching me. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. My cousin is very tall and handsome. He about 6'6". Okay. He's very tall and handsome. Okay. But he's gay. And so and he always have been. He said that the girl's boyfriend kept watching him. And then he said about a few hours later, the girl's boyfriend, because he's on some kind of chat, that they be on, even though the thug, he said, and he called himself a hardcore thug, was requesting, sending him messages on whatever kind of app that they meet folks and stuff on. I said, ain't this some stuff? So I'm telling y'all that it's going on. It's just that a lot of people are not living in their truth. And what's happening is they beating these girls to death because they don't want no woman. They don't really want no woman. First of all, no real man is going to put his hands on no woman. Real men do not put their hands on women, period. Anytime a man could sit up and beat a woman like that, it is because he's, number one, got some deep rooted issues, and number two, it's because he gets to looking at her and her legs and stuff soft, her lips and stuff soft. He's wanting to feel some hard legs. Okay. And that's why I say, I always say a lot of times to these women to get out of get out of these relationships. First of all, get out of them in a way where there's any type of abuse at all, any type of verbal abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, and especially physical abuse. Okay. I'm telling you, that is what is going on. It's not even normal for a man to even be wanting to sit up and harass a woman and be messing with women. Men don't do no mess like that, especially unless they got mental illnesses. But as far as sitting up and you can't say that all thugs do that because I grew up around my cousins. I'm talking about the ones. I only got one that's gay. I guess it might be some more that I don't know of, but the ones that I grew up around in South Memphis that's out in the street and still out in the street, they're still hardcore street dudes. They don't put their hands on women. Now, I don't agree with how they treat their women being, cheaters and stuff like that. I don't agree with that. But that's up to them women. They could leave, but they like the lifestyle, so they don't leave, unfortunately. But they don't put their hands on no women at all. They don't do it. I don't care how them women be screaming and hollering and fussing and going on. They'll get up and leave. They won't do it because my auntie taught them that they don't beat no woman. Okay. We used to be fighting with them and beating the hell out of them and scratching them all in their damn eyes and stuff when we got mad at them growing up. And they would not touch us because they would get in trouble even if they pushed us. And we would be showing out bad when we got mad because they would always do stuff to make us mad. And as soon as they got ready to do something to it, they would say, "Don't y'all put y'all hands up. Don't you hit that girl." Melody, sorry, Miss T. I hate when folks call me a liar or my facts. Uh, Bowers, they have a number by them straps. I love numbers. Right. They just leave out or come home when she gone. Right. That's exactly what happens. They don't beat up on no women. So when you find a man that don't have issues with beating women and things of that nature, especially a woman that he's been living with, had his children and all of that, and he get mad enough to start beating her like she another man, oh, it's something wrong with that. He think he more woman than in his mind. He said he could. He's saying that we two women. We could. I could fight her. I'm a woman too because he living a double life where he the bottom. Okay, so he feel like that he can beat her like that. Okay. It was a former employee of a bank that came in and shot 5 people dead and 8 hospital. Oh my God! Hold on, y'all. Let's go. Let me see something. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. They said 5 dead, 6 injured. Hold on, y'all. It's some kind of feedback on that one. Hold on. I think they're getting ready to have like a press conference or something like that. They need to pass a law to delete mass shooters on site. I agree. I agree. um, they're getting ready to have a press conference. Yep, y'all, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. These people have lost their minds. Vice versa, don't just talk about men respectfully. You just said it yourself. Women pick at men to see how far. Well, that's true. Women pick at men. Right, that's true. There are a lot of women that pick at men, that hit men. They should not do it. They shouldn't do it. But the men need to walk away and leave that woman that is provoking him. You're right. Y'all, it is something going on. It is sad that these mass shootings, and it's the sad thing about it is it's like when one happens, then right after that, it's like a copycat. It's like another one that happens, and it happens repetitively. Um, you know, like back to back. It's sad. It is sad what is going on, you guys. But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get back on later, okay? Because I gotta get off because I gotta run. But we'll get back on and talk about this later. I'm definitely gonna go live later, but I definitely gotta get off and go run because I gotta go out on a case. Um, I definitely gotta go out on a case, okay? So I gotta go take a statement from somebody. But what I'll do is I'm gonna get back on later. I want you guys to know that I truly appreciate y'all's support, y'all's love, and all of that. Yeah, I gotta meet somebody at 1 o'clock. And I gotta kind of go far out. So um how about I schedule to get back on to talk about this mass shooting that happened at around 5 o'clock? I should be back at home. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you. I love you. I want y'all to have I appreciate y'all getting on with me today, and we had some fun this morning. Okay. But we'll be back on this afternoon. I'll talk with you guys later.